Welcome back to another motherfucking video. Today, we'll be reacting to how serial killers got caught. I know, it's crazy, but it's cool. It's chill, bro. It's chill, twin. Don't worry, I got you. Just put your seatbelt on, because this shit's about to get good. You know, we keep our ear to the streets. Another day with the best community in the community. Everybody say hey to YouTube. YouTube, you're so cute.
Travis. Maury Travis. Between 2000 and 2002, Maury Travis murdered at least 12 women in the St.
I feel like I've seen him before. Why he got that familiar ass face? What the hell?
The 36-year-old hotel waiter mainly targeted
what
at
did he
least
do?
12 women in the St. Louis area.
Oh, you piece of shit.
The 36-year-old hotel waiter mainly targeted sex workers, bringing them to his home where he had built a torture room in his basement.
What the fuck?
Mainly targeted sex workers, bringing them to his home where he had built a torture room in his basement. He recorded his crimes on video. Travis might have continued killing if not for one major mistake. After the St. Louis Post-Dispatch published an article about victim Teresa Wilson, Travis couldn't resist responding. He sent an anonymous letter to the newspaper writing, "I'll tell you where many others are, and to prove I'm real, here are directions to number 17.
What the
With
fuck?
the letter, he included a map showing where to find a body. What Travis didn't know was that the map came from Expedia.com, which tracked its users. FBI investigators contacted Expedia and got a list of IP addresses that had accessed their mapping service, and one of those addresses belonged to Travis. When police searched his home in June 2002, they found his torture room, newspaper clippings about his crimes, and videos of Travis killing his victims. During questioning, he slipped up again by asking to see the murdered girls, even though police hadn't told him the women were dead. DNA from a soda can Travis used matched the evidence from 2 victims. The case was solid, but Travis unalived himself in jail 3 days after his arrest. Henri Desiree Landru.
Damn.
Between 1950,
you piece of shit. That's what he get. I don't care.
and 1919, Henri Landru killed at least 11 people in France. The 40-year-old man targeted lonely widows during World War I, placing ads in newspapers in which he claimed to be a respectable widower looking for marriage. Landru charmed women who had money, convinced them to sell their things and move in with him, then killed them and took their money. What led to his capture was a small but telling mistake. Investigators found that when Landru took victims to his country house, he always bought one-way tickets for them, but round-trip tickets for himself. This pattern showed he knew these women would never come back. The police wasn't able to find direct evidence, only some bone fragments and teeth in his stove and garden. This, combined with the one-way tickets, was enough to identify him as the murderer. Landru was found guilty of 11 murders on November 30th, 1921, and was executed by guillotine on February 25th, 1920.
Oh, wait, what? They still be doing this? Oh, shit. Whoa. 1922? Oh, shit. Guillotine? Holy shit. I thought this was I thought this was like 1600 or stuff. But yeah, if they bring this back, I bet everybody behave themselves. I bet more niggas lock in. If they bring this back, I bet you crash out, you YN crash out. I bet you lock in, you piece of shit.
Lamarck's Devin McWilliams. Between 2006 and 2009, Lamarck's Devin McWilliams attacked and killed several women in the Acres Homes area of Houston, Texas. The 33-year-old went after women who worked as prostitutes, hurt them, and left their bodies in ditches and behind buildings. McWilliams' biggest mistake happened in August 2009 when he took a woman named Chelsea Brazier. After attacking her, he put her in the trunk of his car. While driving, his car got stuck in mud. He took Brazier out of the trunk and told her to drive while he pushed. When the car broke free, Brazier drove away and called the police.
What a dumbass. Bro, this nigga's dumb as fuck. What the fuck? How you gotta use the person that you're victimizing in your escape plan? You're a dumbass, bro.
And told her to drive while he pushed. When the car broke free, Brazier drove away and called
dumbass
the police instead of coming back for McWilliams. This escape led right to McWilliams' capture. Police arrested him for this attack, and they tested his DNA. In just 2 days, they found out his DNA matched the DNA recovered at several crime scenes in the Acres Homes area. Another important clue was that McWilliams had a Scales of Justice tattoo on his arm, which people had seen on the killer. McWilliams was found guilty of sexual assault and got a life sentence in prison. Bobby Joe Long. Between March and November 1984, Bobby Joe Long killed at least 10 women in the Tampa Bay area of Florida. The 31-year-old man used to dump their bodies in remote areas around the city. I ain't gonna lie,
they draw cars like the way I used to draw cars in elementary schools. Sorry, I'm distracted.
However, Long's worst mistake happened when he took Lisa McVeigh on November 3rd, 1984. He kept her for 26 hours in his apartment and attacked her many times. But unlike his other victims, Long decided to let McVeigh go. He put a blindfold on her, drove her near where he had taken her, and set her free. While held captive, McVeigh was smart and brave. Thinking she would be killed, she made sure to leave her fingerprints everywhere in Long's bathroom. She counted the steps into his apartment, noted what his car felt like, and remembered every detail she could while blindfolded.
What the hell? I would not be thinking straight like that. I ain't gonna lie. She is elite. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not thinking straight during none of this shit. She putting handprints on everything and shit. I'm not thinking straight like that.
Into his apartment, noted what his car felt like, and remembered every detail she could while blindfolded. When she was free, McVeigh went straight to the police with all this information. She told them Long drove a red Dodge Magnum and gave details about his apartment. With her good description, police found Long quickly. Police arrested Long on November 16th, 1984.
She a serial killer too? No, that's like, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. She's way too calm to be going like, either she experienced this before. Why is she seasoned? Why is she seasoned in this? I ain't gonna lie, I'm panicking. I'm not thinking about none of this shit. What did he look like? I don't remember. I don't know. I was scared of that fucking piece of shit.
Him to several murders.
I couldn't think straight.
Long admitted to 8 killings and many other attacks. Long was found guilty and got the death penalty. After 34 years in prison, he was executed on May 23rd, 2019. Dean Corll. Between 1970 and 1973, Dean Corll killed at least 29 teenage boys in Houston, Texas. The 33-year-old had 2 teenage helpers, David Brooks and Elmer Wayne Henley, who would bring him victims. Corll ordered his helpers to bring boys to his house with offers of beer, drugs, or parties. Once there, the victims would be tricked into wearing handcuffs or just grabbed by force. They were then tied to a board where Corll would attack them before killing them. Corll's mistake came on August 8th, 1973, when Henley brought a male friend named Tim Curley and a female friend named Rhonda Williams to Corll's house. Corll got angry about bringing a girl, and after they all passed out from drinking and drugs, he tied them up. When Henley woke up, Corll said he was going to kill all 3 of them. Henley talked Corll into untying him by saying he would help hurt the others. Once free, Henley grabbed Corll's gun and killed him. Henley then called the police and told them everything. Police found bodies buried in a boat shed at a beach.
He's dumb as hell too.
Both Henley and Brooks went to prison for life for helping with the murder.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. Like, when you think about, like, damn, like, I've really lived a good life because, bro, they just getting anybody. Like, they getting a lot of people. Hey Jay, which way today?
1979
I knew it.
And
you would probably sleep.
At least 28 black men were killed in Atlanta, Georgia.
Excuse me? By a nigga? A nigga was killing niggas? Come on, dude.
Williams, a 23-year-old black man who worked in music, was caught and found guilty of 2 of these killings, though police think he did many more. Williams became a suspect on May 22, 1981, when police watching a bridge heard a splash in the water below. Williams' car was the first to cross the bridge after this sound. When stopped, he told police a fake story about meeting a singer named Cheryl Johnson, who wasn't real. 2 days later, the body of Nathaniel Cater, a 27-year-old man, was found in the river. Police believed Williams had thrown Cater's body from the bridge that night. The main proof against him was carpet fibers found on victims that matched the rare carpet in Williams' home. On June 21st,
yes, I'm very tired.
Williams was arrested for killing Cater and another man, Jimmy Ray Payne. He was later found guilty and got a life sentence. Robert Berdella.
That sounds good, though.
Between 1984 and 1987, Robert Berdella kidnapped, attacked, and killed at least 6 men in Kansas City, Missouri. The 39-year-old antique dealer kept careful notes of what he did to his victims, who were held for days or even weeks before they died. Berdella's plan was to bring men to his house on Charlotte Street, often by offering them a place to stay or by putting drugs in their food or drinks. Once they passed out, he would tie them to his bed and start attacking them.
Hey, tying these niggas up.
Victims during the whole thing. Berdella was caught when his last victim, Christopher Bryson, got away. On March 29, 1988, after being held for 4 days, Bryson burned through his ropes using matches Berdella had left nearby. Wearing only a dog collar, Bryson jumped from a second-floor window and ran to a neighbor for help. When police looked through Berdella's house, they found scary proof. His notes about the torture, hundreds of photos of victims, a human skull in a closet, and a buried head in the backyard. They also found ropes and tools for torture all over the house. Berdella later admitted to all 6 murders and was sent to prison for life. He died from heart problems while in prison on October 8, 1992, at age 43. Charles Cullen. Between 1988 and 2003, Charles Cullen killed as many as 40 patients while working as a nurse in hospitals across New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
40 patients? How?
Deadly doses of medication, especially insulin and the heart drug digoxin. He often gave these drugs to patients who weren't supposed to have them, causing their hearts to stop or making them fall into a deep sleep and die. Cullen's biggest mistake was not being careful with hospital computer records. At Somerset Medical Center in New Jersey, he kept using the computer system to look up information about patients who weren't his and ordered medicines they didn't need.
The fuck? Yeah, Wooski, you're dyslexic.
Hospital noticed this odd pattern when its tracking system spotted unusual medicine orders and patient deaths. When a patient died with high levels of digoxin that hadn't been ordered for him, hospital staff finally called police in October 2003. When police talked to him, Cullen quickly said he had killed between 30 and 40 patients, claiming he did it to end their pain, though many victims weren't even dying. In April 2004, Cullen said he was guilty of killing 13 patients and trying to kill 2 others. He got 11 life sentences in a row and can't get out of prison until 2403. Keith Hunter Jesperson.
Damn!
Between 1990 and 1995.
What y'all think gonna be happening in 2403? It's probably gonna be a new Elon Musk. It's probably gonna be all type of new cars. 2403? What is it right now? 2020, 2026? It's probably not even gonna be able to watch this YouTube video in 2403. If you're watching this YouTube video in 2403, comment on this. That guy's gonna be getting out here soon.
5. Keith Jesperson killed at least 8 women across the United States. The 6'8" truck driver used his job to find victims as he drove across the country, mostly picking women who worked as prostitutes or who were homeless.
Why they keep going for them?
Jesperson's first victim was Townsha Bennett, killed in January 1990 in Oregon. After meeting her at a bar, he took her to his home, got into a fight with her, and killed her. What made this case strange was that another couple, Laverne Pavlinak and John Sosnovsky, said they did the murder, even though they didn't. Pavlinak made up the story to get away from Sosnovsky, who was abusive to her, but both ended up in prison. Jesperson's biggest mistake came from his need for attention. He was angry that the wrong people were getting credit for his first murder, so he began writing letters to newspapers and police, telling them about his crimes and signing the letters with a smiley face. This is why people called him the Happy Face Killer. When these letters didn't get enough attention, he even wrote a confession on a truck stop bathroom wall. Jesperson was finally caught in March 1995 after killing his last victim, Julie Winningham. He turned himself in after he knew the police were about to catch him. Jesperson is now in prison for life and can't get out until at least 2063. Alexander Pachushkin.
2063? I'll be 63 years old. It's 2026 right now. That's like 40 from now. I'll probably be rich. I'll probably be like Mr. Beast or something by then. 2063. If you're watching this video in 2063, comment on this video. That guy's going to be getting out soon in your area.
Between 1992 and 2006, Alexander Pachushkin killed at least 49 people in Moscow, Russia. The 32-year-old was called the chessboard killer because he said he wanted to kill 64 people, one for each square on a chessboard.
The fuck for?
First murder was in 1992 when he was just 18 years old. He killed his classmate and threw the body into a sewer in Bitsa Park. After this murder, he stopped killing for several years until Russia abolished the death penalty in 1996, which made him feel safer to kill again. Most of Pachushkin's victims were older homeless people he found in Bitsa Park, near where he lived. Pachushkin's biggest mistake
came in June 2006
when he killed his co-worker, Marina Moskalyova. Before going with him, she left a note for her son saying she was with Pachushkin and wrote down his phone number. Even though Pachushkin knew about this note, he still went ahead with the murder. This showed how sure of himself he had become, and it led right to his capture when her body was found, and police looked at security cameras. After they caught him, Pachushkin proudly showed police where he had killed people and told them all about his murders. In 2007, he was found guilty and sent to prison for life. If you liked this video, subscribe for similar
dumbass piece of shit. That's what he gets. Thank you for this video. We needed this and it's very informative. W video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you know we always keep our ear to the streets. Everybody say bye to YouTube. YouTube, I'll talk to you next.